Welcome back to another War Thunder segment. Today I'll be showing you the SU-76 on the map Tunisia. Now this tank, one of my favorite early tier tank destroyers, probably tied in there with the, what's the name? The Martyr. I really enjoyed the Martyr. It's similar playing styles in the sense that both tanks have a good gun, but lack the armor to engage tanks in any extensive duels in the front. So that's something you gotta consider. Here you'll see I kind of wish I would have hung back a little bit more, but it ended up working out fine. Planted a shot in the side of this Panzer III, I believe. Set him on fire. And right there, that can kind of give you a perspective of what the shell's like. So within one shot, I was able to kill almost his entire crew, even from the back. And that just right there finishes him off. So yeah, I almost charged ahead here, but I saw that there was that British anti-air car, which is really annoying. So I decided to hold back. Here I was concerned about the artillery, so I just pretty much wanted to repair and get out of there. In hindsight, I probably could have just gone through the little gate and turned left, but it ended up working out fine in this situation. Now, why is this tank better than other tank destroyer lines? Well, if you're going down the America tank destroyer line, I can't remember exactly what the first one was, but I believe it was the M10. It was close to the beginning of the tank destroyer line. But anyways, regardless, that's one of the best tank destroyers I've ever used in this game, and I actually still play it now, so it's one of my favorite tanks ever. This tank is definitely quite good as well. What else? I haven't really tried the British tank destroyers, although I am working on it, so I'll give you guys more feedback about that maybe in another video, but I don't have it on this specific account, which kind of frustrates me because everything's in my computer and I gotta do it twice essentially. Now as you can see here, I'm flanking around, and I figured, you know, there's gonna be more guys on this side, and I was kind of hoping there wouldn't be anybody else, but there was. Now this guy right here, he ditched being smart and got out of there before the artillery came in, and I figured, you know, if I'm going to stay there, I will die. So I tried going up here to try to save myself. And as I was looking back, that I remember seeing that ZAS and thinking, that guy's going to die for sure. And sure enough, as soon as, you know, I get up there, he dies. Now, as I'll show you in the aftermath or preview of this tank, the depression is not very good, so I wasn't going to risk trying to get up top even higher and risk getting shot at. And specifically because there was so many guys up there, I just didn't really feel like the risk was worth the reward. If that makes sense to you guys, which it really should. But anyways, I was just kind of hanging back here. This guy, Cruiser Mark II, I believe. Now the cruiser line has no armor, so this guy was in a good spot, but he just got unlucky, which happens to a lot of us. And this guy's just a one shot. So that's a good example right there of what the gun can do. If you hit their side, they're pretty much screwed, and then that'll give you the advantage. Now here I was worried because I wasn't sure if I was going to get overwhelmed or not, so I pulled back, got a, I'd say a skilled shot into that Crusader. Sorry, yeah, Crusader. Now at this point I thought I was going to die, so I just quickly rush ahead here. And hopefully, I was hoping I would switch my gunner in time, which I did. And we start to reload. Now this is kind of an unlucky shot. I hit him in the side, kind of a snapshot. Only hit his track, which is unfortunate, but I mean, what can you do, right? And he dies. where I can get him, which is sad. Now towards this point of the match, if this happens to you, where you're completely dominating the city, I wouldn't really worry about it, and I was kind of being a little bit cautious here, because I didn't really want to die at the very end of the game, so I was just kind of being conservative. But anyways, let's take a look at this thing in terms of its characteristics. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. So for the front plate, you're looking at 25 millimeters at around 61 degree slope. So it is well angled, but the thickness is not that great, so you do gotta watch out for that. There's this little hatch here, which is also 25 millimeters thick, at like 38 to around even up to 80 degrees thick on this angle, but definitely from the front, that's a weak spot you gotta watch out for. Lower plate's 30 millimeters, so it's a bit stronger than the top plate, so you shouldn't have to worry about it if you angle or if you maintain your distance. Now the sides are only 15 millimeters thick, so it's not incredibly thick, as well as the top side part being 10 millimeters, and this sort of upper part is 25 as well, with the mallet on the tank being only 10. And then the rear being 15 for both segments, and there is no roof, so you have to watch out for that. And especially in the replay you just saw, the artillery, you have to really be careful because they will have no problem picking you off. Let's take a look at the x-ray. So for this tank, if you get shot on the right side, you're gonna kill two gunners, or sorry, you're gonna kill an aimer, and you're gonna kill a loader. So it's gonna pretty much just cripple this thing, because then you're left with a commander and a driver. So if you aim for the right side, that's gonna do a fair bit of damage, as well as the engine being on the lower left side, so it's something to consider, and the fuel being on the right. Now the ammo's a bit trickier to hit because it's got this fuel in the way, and yeah, more fuel, radiator, but if you hit the fuel you could probably ignite the tank regardless, catch it on fire, so it's something that you don't really have to worry about. Ammo, haven't really been ammo racked, but if you do get hit in the side, generally it'll just kill your whole crew regardless, so that's something you gotta watch out for. It's got almost no gun depression, so you got to keep that in mind. It's better for level fighting. Reloading is 9 seconds. It's not very. It's actually, in my opinion, it's a bit slow. But the gun, if you do penetrate, it's definitely gonna kill them. Penetration's 78 millimeters at 100 meters, 71 at 500, and 63 at 1,000. 10.5 tons, 198 horsepower, 44k an hour. And then maximum inclination is 35 degrees. Now take a look at the modifications. I haven't really researched this tank a whole lot, but you can get this armor-piercing shell, which is actually really, really good. With 105 millimeters of penetration, you're going to destroy anything. Again, I have this tank on my other account, on my PC account, and it's really, really good, so that's what I'm basing my experiences off. Again, this is a great shell to start off with. It doesn't have that much problems at the beginning, but 80 millimeters of penetration is not the best. But once you get to this 105 millimeters of penetration, you're golden. Things start getting a lot better. How to play this tank: avoid head-on conflicts, as their armor is not great. Range doesn't really help you because your armor is not that great regardless, so you're better off just using cover and just poking out, shooting, retreating, that sort of stuff. Definitely a weak side of the tank is the fact that I found it has a long-ish reload rate, and it's not the most well armored, but the pros I'd say to it is the fact that it has a great gun, a low silhouette, and the fact that the front plate is so angled, so you do manage to bounce a couple shots. Alright, that concludes this review for this tank. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe. If you have a suggestion for what you want to see next, please leave it in the comments below, or I don't know, email me or something. Next week I'll be doing World of Tanks video, so stay tuned for that. I'm trying to upload a bit more here, but it's been really busy this week. That's why this video is a bit late. I just haven't had the time. I'm going to try to go for more around 2 videos a week instead of 1, because I do realize that 1 video a week every week is definitely not a lot of content, so I know you guys want to see more, so I'll be making some more there. That's it, so hope you guys enjoy this video and have a good week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.